Hello and welcome to day 2 of the Audi MedCup for 2011 in beautiful Cascais on the Atlantic coast of Portugal, which has turned on absolutely perfect conditions for the second day of racing, and of course the European debut of the Soto 40 class, which has been so exciting to watch today. We've got a couple of guests in the studio joining us to talk a little bit about the day's events, and two really excited men. I'm sure you've done so well out there today. Firstly, Ed Beard, the helmsman of Quantum, and Juan Luis Paez, from the navigator from Iberdrola. You guys did so well out there today. Fantastic conditions. You must be very happy men. First of all, Ed, we'll come to you. How are you feeling?
It was a great day. It was certainly, it started out a little questionable with breeze from the absolute opposite direction, but once it filled in, it built quickly, and boy, that second race was really exciting.
Juan Luis, did you have a lot of fun out there today?
Yes, with this kind of boat, it's wide on flat boat is very fun because you are always surfing in the waves, in downwind. A fantastic scenario today.
Oh, absolutely perfect conditions. And if you don't know too much about the Soto 40 class, here's a little wrap up for you.
At 40 foot long, the Soto 40 is the new lightweight and powerful class on the 2011 Audi MedCup circuit. The most significant thing about the Soto 40 is that it is strictly one design. All boats are identical in every respect with just one exception, and that is the colour that they're painted. As a result, it's the crew's collective skills on the day that are the only factor in determining the winner of each race. 5 boats representing 4 countries are racing in the Soto 40 class's inaugural European regatta in Cascais this week. The Soto 40 class president, Norberto Alvarez from Argentina, is one of them. Sailing the dark blue-hulled Patagonia, he and his crew will be pushing hard in their attempt at becoming the first ever Soto 40 Audi MedCup champion.
And the rivals are tough. I mean, we are a complete amateur crew. We've been racing together for over 9 years now. We're a bunch of friends, basically, that we got together a long time and decided to race. And we're racing with Iberdrola, being an America's Cup team. I mean, this is very tough rivals to beat. So we have a lot of work to do.
Well, Juan Luis, I just wanted to talk to you about the one design concept. What appeals to you about that?
One design is a perfect way to sail because all the boats are the same design, same mass, same boom, same rudder, same keel. So the most important thing is the crew. The crew, and for today, for example, with strong wings, very important, do the maneuvers perfect. It's very fun. No big difference in the boat. All the boats are sailing with the same speed.
Well, you've obviously mastered the art of the one design concept and the Soto 40 class. They had a fantastic day out on the water today. Let's have a look at the highlights of the Soto 40 class day 1.
Iberdrola set the pace early in the first race for the Soto 40 class, starting well and sailing hard against Patagonia up the first beat of the first race. It was the green boat all the way that showed that they had been practicing harder than anybody else over the preceding weeks. They led on the first beat, they led on the first run, and in fact they led around the whole course to take the first win of this famous class. Further down the course, further down the fleet, there was battle royale going on between the 2 Portuguese boats, 22 and Bigamist. Plenty of great sailing though for the Iberdrola, very much in control, and some champagne sailing downwind in these lightweight, overpowered flying boats. Iberdrola took the first race in convincing style. Crossing the historic first finish line of the Audi MedCup. And the second race was very similar in that Iberdrola led all the way around, but a much stronger battle for second place went on between Bigamist and 22. Stronger winds and a tight run downwind between the 2 Portuguese boats saw number 22 finally prevail in the battle for second place. But it was Iberdrola all the way, really enjoying the strong conditions, planing all the way downwind, spending very little time on the runs compared to the upwind legs, and really enjoying their first competitive outing. Iberdrola crossing the finish line of the second race with a perfect score of 2 wins from 2 starts, and will continue racing for the rest of the week in the Audi MedCup.
Absolutely fantastic conditions out there for day one, the European debut of the Soto 40 class. As we can see, Iberdrola on top, winning both of the races of the day, finishing on 2 points, 4 points ahead of Bigamist, and coming in third, 22, the Portuguese boat there. Absolutely fantastic conditions out there, Juan Luis. Ed, I'm going to have a talk to you about this in the moment, how it affected the TP52 class. But Cascais is a fantastic venue for these kind of conditions. How much fun is it out there, and what are you looking forward to for the rest of the week?
Well, we hope that the rest of the week Cascais is perfect place to sail. We hope someday like today. But the most important thing is keep the concentration, keep the good feeling with the crew.
Yeah, consistency is so important in these classes, isn't it?
Yes, because the speed is very similar to the boats. If you do one mistake, you go to the last.
Yeah. Well, as we say so many times on the Audi MedCup circuit, you can't win a regatta on the first day, but you can certainly lose it, can't you, Ed?
Oh yeah, that's easy to do. It's there's lots happening out there.
You had a few teething problems on day one, but you managed to iron those out today. Is that how you feel?
Well, we certainly are very happy with how we've been going around the weather mark. I think we've led twice and second twice, and so we're pretty comfortable with how that's going. But we were not as quick downwind as we would have liked to have been yesterday, and even maybe in the first race today. But we keep talking about how to do that better and what it takes and what we need to do next. And in the race number 4, the second race today, it all seemed to work out pretty well downwind.
Well, it was Bribon that took out the first TP52 race of the day, but we're going to have a look at the highlights of race 4 now.
Race 4 started in the freshest breezes of the regatta so far. Quantum started at the pin and sailed a strong beat, demonstrating great speed upwind. Again, the short start line proved troublesome for some boats, but it was the green American boat, Quantum Racing, that demonstrated that they have the edge of most of the fleet upwind in these conditions. An interesting aside was seeing the Audi Azura boat sailing with a smaller jib on this fresh upwind leg. It didn't seem to compromise their performance too much, and they stayed competitive all the way around. Once again, the right-hand side of the course proved to be the place to be, certainly at the top of the course where the water was flatter. And downwind, the TP52s had a fantastic battle in the positions behind the first place, which was Quantum Racing. Very, very close racing between Container, Synergy and Audi Azura on the first run. Saw a really, really tight leeward mark rounding where 4 boats rounded bumper to bumper. But Quantum Racing really was the class act in the last race of the day, out of trouble, ahead of the pack. The first leeward gate here with these 4 boats choosing different size of the second beat, showing just how close racing in the TP52 class at the Audi MedCup is. Quantum Racing stayed out of trouble, stayed fresh and strong and fast down the last run, sailing to a convincing win in this 4th race of the Audi MedCup.
So just 2 points separates the top of the leaderboard there between Audi Azura team and Quantum Racing. That's after 4 races. So that's the overall leaderboard we're looking at there. 4 different winners from 4 races so far, Ed. It's been so competitive out there. How do you stay ahead of this? Is it consistency? Is that what you're hitting home to your team?
Well, we definitely are looking at the entire year as the regatta. So you have to be a little careful not to think of it as, how's it going right now. Consistency is going to be very important. Not having that big point score one day that sets you way back. And you can see how close it is. I mean, 4 winners in the first 4 races it shows exactly how close the fleet is. It's going to be a tough battle all year long and a lot of good teams out here.
Now, you're a big fan of Cascais, aren't you? There were some fantastic conditions out there today, and we saw some amazing images on the TV coverage. Tell us about Cascais.
Well, for the sailing that I've done here, it's a tremendous place. I mean, we have match raced inside the inner bay here and had a great time doing that. And then, of course, now we're sailing out around the corner a little bit where we get the bigger ocean swells and the big breeze coming down the coast. So a little bit of everything. I think we're going to see the current play a role this week. There's going to be some light air races, but it's a very challenging place to race.
Absolutely, it'll be interesting to see how everything plays out for the rest of the week. But it has been a fantastic day on day 2. We've seen a really dramatic start to the Soto 40 class, very exciting. I do hope you join us back here tomorrow for day 3 of racing. Then we've got the coastal race on Saturday before wrapping it all up on Sunday. We'll see you back here tomorrow.